Well, welcome Minneapolis High School fans to MHS Volleyball here tonight in the 2009 season. Dale Leach here to bring you this broadcast on 910KINA.com and Channel 8 ECTV here in Minneapolis. Hosting the Sacred Heart Knights this evening. 2 matches. First game in the NCAA this year for either squad. The Lady Lions had some non-league action last week at Harrington and came out with a 3-0 record. The Knights, this is their first matches this year. They've not had any non-league contests this season, so they're breaking ground tonight against the Lions. Mike Perry's on his way. He'll be a little late, so unfortunately you'll have to put up with me until he gets here. He shouldn't be too long. The format of this is that the varsity squad will play a match, which can be 2 to 3 games, depending on how things go. We'll have a break for a junior varsity match. They're right now playing at the grade school. They'll come back here and play before the crowd in the big gym, giving the varsity squads a little rest. And then there'll be a second match of 2 to 3 games. Lady Lions, I think, have had a hard time against the Knights of late, but the Knights have lost a lot of people. They have 1 senior on their squad this year. She will be, if not starting, playing regularly. Robin Zay, number 12, 5'7" girl, wearing number 7. The other girl that we will be starting or playing is Bonnie Boos, 5'4" sophomore, number 3. Their starters are Amanda Loss, 5'11", junior, number 13. Autumn Slater, 5'8", a junior, number 2. Kate Stein, 5'11", junior, number 4. Taylor Cack, 5'6", junior, number 8. And Hannah Dahl, 5'10", freshman, number 14. So as usual, the Knights are not hurting at all for height. 2 5'11" girls and a 5'10" starting. The Lady Lions, I'm guessing, I haven't talked with Coach McCulloch, but I'm sure they will be starting number 23, senior Connor Fulton, 5'7". And number 10, Shay Shoemaker, 5'11", senior. The others, let's see. The Navarro is Macy, Ashlyn Macy, sophomore, 5'2". She wears number 5. The other players that I'm sure all will see action as the night goes through are number 6, Riley Baker, a sophomore, 5'5". J.C. Crossan, number 15, the sophomore, 5'8". Kara Frazier, number 18, a sophomore, 5'4". Kelsey Page, number 22, a sophomore, 5'6". And Allison Steinbrock, number 44, a sophomore, also at 5'7". Last year, the team basically consisted of all those sophomores that I just read off who were playing as freshmen, and also Shay Shoemaker, who was a junior, of course. And this year we're happy to have Connor Fulton back in the Lions' den here in the Lions' Pride. Getting ready for the first match to begin. All the warm-ups are done. And both squads are ready to hit the deck here in all their spandex glory. Julie McCulloch, the head coach. Brenda Frazier and Val Beichman are the assistant coaches. Managers are Deja Martin, Megan Heikus, Bailey Walker, and Gabby Blocklinger. Okay, the 6 starters will be Frazier, Page, Crossan, Baker, Shoemaker, and Fulton. With Macy, the Navarro ready to come in as needed for defense, and Ashlyn Steinbrock off the bench for the Lions. And to verify the other starter for the Knights, I believe it's number 7, Robin Zay, the senior. Let's see if yes. So the referees are checking over the numbers and the positions that the players have. The Lions will serve. Well, Ashley Macy as Navarro will serve. Crossan sits down. Set up and the slam blocked by Steinbrock. Excuse me, Shoemaker. Must have been out of bounds is the guest score. Shoemaker pounds it over, out of bounds, over the end line. Serve number 2 for the Knights. Set by Fulton. Page to Shoemaker. She pops it over. Second hit. They get it, and it's out over the end line. Lions score. 1-2 now. Frazier to serve. Macy. Page. Fulton pops it over. Page gets it back over after the block by Shoemaker. Frazier. Shoemaker sets Baker. She gets it over. The Knights return it. Across. Hit by Shoemaker and over the end line. 3-1, Knights. Number 2, Slater to serve for the Knights. Fulton on the end line, the back line to Page. Shoemaker over. Tipped by Knight before it goes out of bounds. Makes the score 3-2 Knights. Kelsey Page to serve for the Lions. Page serves. Frazier with the dig. Page, Baker, over, blocked. They pop it up. They pop it over. Shoemaker gets it over. They return, and it falls to the floor. Page couldn't hardly get to it. Just an inconvenient spot where the Lions had ended up. 8 comes out for the Knights. 14 comes in. 14 is Dahl. Tack set down. 4-2 Knights. They serve. Page gets it over. Kill out of side out for the Lions by 14. It was Dahl. Shoemaker to serve. They give the cross. Shoemaker to Page. Shoemaker back. They set up the Knights. Blocked by Crossan. Knights couldn't control it. Ties the score at 4. Shoemaker to serve. Over the inline. Shoemaker had to make a real quick judgment. She made the right one. It was coming right at her head. She ducked down, and it barely went over the inline. Shoemaker serves. Knights can't control in the backcourt. Out of bounds. 6-4 Lions lead here in the first game of the match. Shoemaker serves. Tape shot, but over. Third hit for the Knights. They get it over and out of bounds. Side out for the Lions. 7-4. Shoemaker serves again. Knights get it over. Shoemaker hits it. Page to Baker wasn't quite good. Knights got it back. Lions get it over. Sets up the Knights again. Baker to Page. Sets up Shoemaker from the backside. She gets it over. They return it. Baker to Page. Sets up Fulton. She pops it over, and they can't control. 8-4 Lions over the Knights. Shoemaker to continue serving. They might have gone out at the lead line, but they got it. Shoemaker sets up Page to Crossan. She pops it in the right spot. It's 9-4, Lady Lions, and Sacred Heart takes a timeout. We'll take a timeout too and bring you a word from our sponsors. It will next time. Sorry, I went to sleep, but I wasn't quite ready for it. Shoemaker continues to serve. 9-4 Lady Lions. Knights can't get it over. Crossan was there for the block. 10-5. Or 10-4, excuse me, Lady Lions. Rose Whitman, the coach of the Knights. Shoemaker gets it over. Out for the end line. Scores a point for the Knights. 10-5. To the Lions with a double-digit lead and on defense. Serve. Shoemaker hits it. Page over to Crossan. Block attempt. Page over. They set it up. Blocked out of bounds by Fulton and Crossan. Don't know which. They're there together. Oh, they scored the Lions. Must have been in the net. Makes it 11-5. Baker to serve. Up off the ceiling. Knights a long return. They get it over the net. Page back to Frazier. She nails it up in the ceiling again. They return it. It's over. Crossing. Over. Over the inline. 11-6 now. Favor the Lions. I'm sorry, I got distracted by something and I didn't see that play, but it's 11-7 in favor of the Lions. Point scored for the Knights. Shoemaker to Fulton. And the nice block. Frazier's return there. Makes the score 11-8 in favor of the Lions. So the Knights on a little run here. Fulton, Page. Crossing, moves it over, and they'll side out to the Lions. Makes it 12-8. Connor Fulton to serve. The Knights will set up a return. Kind of odd. Fulton to Page, tips up Shoemaker from the backside. She pushes it over. Blocked by Crossan. Couldn't quite control it. Falls to the side. Point scored to the Knights. They trail the Lions 12-9 here in the first game of match 1. The Knights to serve. Navarro Macy sets up Page to Crossan. She gets it over. Fulton to Macy. Out of bounds to the Knights. Makes the score 12-10 in favor of the Lions. The Knights serve again. Trailing by 2. Mike Perry joins us. Macy gets it over the net from the back. Sets it up, and our block attempt goes awry, makes the score 12-11, and Coach McCulloch calls timeout. So we'll take one with him and be right back.
Maintain, patch, build, remodel.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. The Scott Osherman Agency is the place to go. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for over 80 years. Call the Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
Where do you go when you...
Take her away, Mr. Perry.
Dale, there's not too many names I recognize on that Sacred Heart roster.
They're all
gone.
Sure. They're all gone.
Sacred Heart still serving here, trailing 11-12. Minneapolis has let Sacred Heart back in this thing. There's a net serve, and a timely one at that, as Minneapolis will have the side out and the service as Macy goes back to serve for Big Blue. Well, so far, Dale, it's a little different look for Minneapolis. I know they're pretty excited about their team this year.
Lions are in the net, I guess.
Side out to Sacred Heart. Minneapolis with a unforced error there. Serving for Sacred Heart. Pass and a quick Page real quick to the net. Tips that on over. Had a foot under the net, but it was just inadvertently in one step. No call, and Frazier will serve for Minneapolis. They need to get a couple points in here. There's a nice dig on the back row by Sacred Heart and the back row attack. Now Minneapolis on the move. Shoemaker puts one down, and they're able to dig it out. And then we tip it on across. and they do the same. Macy on the back row digs it up, but it goes out of bounds to Sacred Heart. And Sacred Heart hanging right in there. Number 2 serving, that's Autumn Slater for the Lady Knights. Nice pump by Macy. Now the middle, Shoemaker's attack. And Sacred Heart didn't have any trouble with that. Now Baker sets up Shoemaker. And Sacred Heart definitely in the net that time. Number 13 is Amanda Loss. I think we saw her last year.
I think so.
About the only one. Now Page's deep serve way back. And Sacred Heart's able to track that one down. Now in the middle, Shoemaker tip. It's good.
We saw either number 4 Stein, either in basketball or volleyball. I'm not sure which. Also.
Yes, I saw the Stein down below, but
16-13 Lions.
I couldn't pull out the. I thought she should at least be a senior.
Well, one senior for the Knights. Robin Zay, number 7.
Kate Stein to the service line for the Lady Knights, trailing 14-16. Nice serve, low and fast. Now the outside set. Connor Fulton. What a block. Fulton right there for the stuff kill. And Connor Fulton joins this team after a year away.
1 year hiatus.
Which it gives them a little different look down there this year. There's another nice block by Crossan and Fulton. Now tipped by Page to the back row, and Stein's right there. Baker, and it's in the corner. Page sets it right back to the corner. Scored a point for Minneapolis. Now Shoemaker goes to the service line. 18-14 Minneapolis. Nice serve. Shoemaker. The outside attack is handled by Minneapolis. Now Baker with the slam. Stein pounds it on over. Kind of relates Stein to the Southeast group. And that one is in the net. It drops on Minneapolis side as Sacred Heart right there to block.
Possibly related, I'm sure.
Possibly. Now Fulton sets Page. It goes back to the corner again. They're able to get there. And Sacred Heart's in the net.
19-15.
Hannah Dahl, a little bit too close to the net. Now Baker to serve.
This is first action for the Knights this year, Mike.
I think Minneapolis, the Harrington round robin, or whatever it was.
We're 3-0 out of that.
I think that was a little earlier than we usually play too. There's a quick timeout, and we'll take one too. Minneapolis up 20-15. We'll be right back after word from our sponsors.
You need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Farm Bureau's wide range of insurance and financial products help protect what's most important, your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company.
We're back.
Now Minneapolis playing well here in the first game of the first match this afternoon. Baker at the service line. Minneapolis up by 5. Sacred Heart in the all-blue uniforms. Minneapolis in the red top, blue spandex. There's a tape shot. Tipped twice, once by Fulton, or Page, and it goes back to Shoemaker. Now Baker heads to the bench as Frazier comes back in. There's a middle set to Crossan, and her slam goes out the back line. Point Sacred Heart, 17-20. Well, Dale, I know it'll be a little late to announce. Frazier with a big attack. She hits right through the block. It goes out of bounds. And point inside out to Minneapolis. But a big game this weekend with Valley Heights coming in, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I have not been able to find out what they did last week. They played Onega, but not been seeing the result on any of the newspaper lines.
They handled Onega, but Onega didn't have much. There's another stuff at the net by Crossan and Page. Now Page recovers for Frazier. Can get it over. Sacred Heart. Frazier with another slam cross court. It's in.
22-17 in favor of the Lions.
A nice volley there, and from the outside, Frazier pounds it down. Point. Fulton still serving for Minneapolis. Connor Fulton. Here's the outside hit by Sacred Heart. We get a hand on it. Page with the set to the outside, and Frazier pounds another one through from the outside. Kara Frazier with 3 points in a row here. Minneapolis has a 23-17 lead. And Connor Fulton still serving. We got a
shoelace need to be tied.
Break in the action. It was yellow, so they stopped it anyway. Fulton, nice serve. Now the set is right on top of the tape. Minneapolis there to push it on over. Sacred Heart recovers. Now in the middle, Crossan. Dahl got a hand on it in the middle, but it went right on through. Point Minneapolis. You know, Dale, I got to admit this. For some reason, I thought this match was going to be at Sacred Heart. So, you know, the bad thing about it was I had to go across those speed bumps at St. Mary's. But we made it. Page the set. Frazier hits another one through. Sacred Heart able to get there, and Crossan
pulls her down.
Make sure it goes on over, and Sacred Heart unable to block. Minneapolis with a 25-17 win and the first game of this first match. Minneapolis looking pretty strong here, Dale.
Very strong. We started out down by a few points. We pulled it even at 4-4, and then we went on a little run, and then we just let them incrementally stay with us a few points behind. And 25-17 was the biggest margin, really.
Yep. Nice job there. We'll see if Minneapolis can do this in two. We'll be back after we hear a few messages from our sponsors.
Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars. New GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex, Salina.
Okay, here we are back for game 2 of match 1. Excuse me.
Gosh, Dale, you didn't have to buy me popcorn and a Pepsi. Sacred Heart to lead it off here. Start the second game. Minneapolis victorious 25-17 in the first game of this first match. That's out the back row. And side out to Minneapolis.
That's the way the last game started, except we served.
Kara Frazier to get it going here for Minneapolis. Ooh, wicked serve, wasn't it? Just barely over the tape, and
right at the back line.
The back row could not handle that one. Frazier had a little smoke on that one.
Zippity-doo-dah.
There's another one. That almost could have been out. They take it anyway. Now the back row hits it on over for Sacred Heart. Page set in the middle. Shoemaker. It's down. Chase Shoemaker angles one right in between the outside defensive player and the middle. There's no one there. 3-0 Minneapolis. In the middle, there's a big hit by Sacred Heart. It's into the net. Stein with a big hit.
Shoemaker on the block attempt, but it went through her hands, I think.
It drops on our side, point, and side out to Sacred Heart. That's out. There's another one. 2 in a row by Sacred Heart's service line. 4-1 Minneapolis. Page now, that's out the back row. Everyone's muscling up here a little bit.
The Knights trail 4-2 with the serve here.
Dahl back in for Sacred Heart. Stein to the service line. That one's in. Macy with a nice dig. Now the outside. Fulton hammers one off the tape. Nice dig by Frazier, and Page cannot get a hand on it. And it's point Sacred Heart.
4-3, the Lions.
Stein with a good serve. Page sets it on over. Now the set and on the outside. A nice block by Shoemaker.
Out of bounds?
But it's out. It's out. And Sacred Heart still serving 4-4. Macy's pass to Shoemaker. Baker hammers it over. That was a carry. And called that way as Shoemaker could only get a hand on it.
And the Knights lead in this game for the first time, 5-4.
Oh, that made it. Oh, what a recovery by Page. And then Baker serves it on over, and they hammer it down for a point. I'm looking for the dentist's daughter.
6-4, the Knights.
That tipped the net as it went over. Now Fulton gets to the net to tip that one over. What a block. That should have been a lift on the other side too.
Fulton lobs it into the empty spot.
Lobs it right over. Point Minneapolis, 6-5, Sacred Heart. Minneapolis serving. Shoemaker to the back line. The timely side out. Nice dig by Shea. Goes to the back row, and Stein pushes it up front. There's a nice recovery by Frazier, and Fulton gets there just to fist it on over. Sacred Heart just bumps it. Now the outside set, Baker. Sacred Heart doing a pretty good job defensively on the back row. Page set, back row attack by Shoemaker, and Dahl had a hand on it, but it goes down on her side. Point Minneapolis. We're all knotted up at 6 apiece. Well, as Dale mentioned, Minneapolis fresh off a 3-win victory try, or quad, I guess it would have been.
At Harrington.
Down on Harrington. And Sacred Heart finds the outer edge. Point, Lady Knights, Minneapolis. I think Sacred Heart was down there too, Dale, because they were talking over the radio.
Well, at least one of their fans told me that they hadn't played this year.
Oh, it's Southeast, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My mistake, it was Southeast coach was on the radio. Volleyball coach, and they were down there, and they went 1-2 down there.
7-7 right now is the score.
Baker for Minneapolis. Nice deep serve. There's an attack by Loss. And it is out of bounds, point Minneapolis. 8-7, Big Blue.
In the net. No
And
tape shot that time.
Macy comes in. The libero, or libero, however you want to pronounce it, will be the girl in the white shirt. Can replace anyone at any time, and usually it's the back row for defensive purposes. Fulton with the set. Frazier has been able to hammer it down from the outside. Kara Frazier.
And the Knights don't seem to be deploying a libero.
They're a little short on help, it looks like to me.
Yep.
Fulton. Oh, that should have been a catch. No call. Page. Back row attack. Shoemaker. Right in between Stein. And number 7 is Zay.
Well, actually, in this first match, they have one less player on the bench than we do.
The bump now Zay, and a back row attack by Stein. Shoemaker sets it over. Nice dig by Shea Shoemaker, back row now. Frazier pounds one out the back line. Point and side out to Lady Knights.
10-9 in favor of the Lions.
Taylor Zach in, and Hannah Dahl heads to the bench. That one didn't make it over. And now Baker rotates in and crossing out. So
Macy to the line to serve.
the rotation is a little bit different than I'm used to. There's a nice tip by Page. Shoemaker right there. If that came over,
Didn't
but
make
it was not
Didn't
coming
make it
over.
over. 12-9 Lions. Macy serves.
Nice high serve. Sacred Heart with a good dig, and oh my, what a block. Connor Fulton.
Timeout. Nice.
Tough kill, and Sacred Heart got a hand on it, went out of bounds. It will be point Minneapolis, and we'll be back after this quick timeout.
It's Eagle.
The Minneapolis
Eagle
Here we go. I think.
Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA News Talk, and 99 KG Country is a proud sponsor of Lions sports coverage. Listen to live broadcast on 910KINA.com or on your local Eagle Cable, Channel 8.
Let's make it delicious.
Here we go. Macy serves for Minneapolis. Ashland. A nice serve, the back row, and Sacred Heart able to bump it on over. Now Shoemaker sets it on over. Out of sorts a little bit. Stein with a good attack, but it's out the back row.
They're looking for a tip, but the ref didn't see it. 14-9 Lions.
I didn't see one either. Macy still serving. for Minneapolis. And that pass from the back row goes in the net. Notice how so important that first pass is from the back row. And that one in the net for Sacred Heart. Oh,
Just out.
a nice run there by Ashlyn Macy. Gets Minneapolis out to a 5-point lead, 15-10. Fulton with a nice dig. It goes on over. Sacred Heart pounds it down, and we cannot get to it as it comes back over on this side.
15-11, Lions.
Kind of funny kick to her serve. There's a back row attack by Minneapolis, goes in the net.
15-12, Lions.
That's the other Stein, Kate Stein. Nice pass by Fulton. Now Shoemaker from the outside. Sacred Heart almost gets it. Timeout. Sacred Heart, as Coach Whitman wants to go over a few things that she's seeing wrong here. Minneapolis 4-point lead, and we'll take a quick timeout also. 16-12 Minneapolis.
Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
The Minneapolis.
Well, we're back with the Lions leading 16-12 with
Well,
the serve.
Mentioned earlier about that Valley Ice team coming in here this Friday night. Beautiful weather and great night for football, it looks like.
Ought to be.
Frazier with a wicked serve. Shoemaker there at the net to block. Oh, Baker from the outside pounds it down. And Minneapolis scoring rather well from the outside as Baker and Frazier able to get pretty good attack going.
17-12.
Frazier's serve is about a half an inch over that tape. That's out the back as Sacred Heart cannot find the floor. I guess that is Amanda Loss.
18-12
with the attack. Now the set, the outside, the big hit by Slater. And side out to Sacred Heart. 18-13 Minneapolis. And Slater goes to the service line. Almost a jump serve. Baker sets it on over as the pass from the back row off Shoemaker. Just stuffs it right back at her. Now the outside Baker. Cross court, it's down. I'm not so sure if it wouldn't have been out, but Slater over on the out of bounds line took it. As Baker's cross court winner, she felt she had to take it. Now Page dinks it in, and Stein just sets it over. Now Page in the middle, Shoemaker.
Found that empty spot.
It's open, isn't it, there in the middle?
20-13.
There's an outside attack. It goes in the net. As Loss had a pretty good set there from the setter, and Minneapolis moves out to an 8-point lead here. Another short one. They're not able to cover as Minneapolis right now moving out to almost a 10-point lead here. Sacred Heart moving their back row up. That one was too short.
In the net. 22-14. Lions.
Well, it's close to doing this thing in two.
To serve.
Nice pass by Frazier and the set by Page. Outside, Connor Fulton pounds one through the stuff, or the block on the other side, and the ball drops down on Sacred Heart's side. Point Minneapolis. Shoemaker serving. Here's the outside attack by Loss. It's on. Tape shot. Baker is able to get a hand on it. Frazier was diving for it at the same time, and once she was on the floor, she could not recover to try and catch up to that one. That's out. Sacred Heart not doing a real good job serving. They've had 3 or 4 service errors. Now Baker to the back row, and we're at match point here. Back set. Stein, or excuse me, Locke tips it on over in the middle, and the middle is kind of open on both teams once you spread your defense out, and she was able to tip it in for a point. Side out to Sacred Heart. Coach Whitman having to do a little bit more coaching this year. She's lost the big guns. Schmidtberger and
Whitman.
Oh, that's a lift. Connor.
She lost several big guns the year before and lost the rest of them last year.
2 years in a row, lost them. Katie Pratt the year before, and there's a tip on over by Fulton now. Nice set by Fulton in the middle. Crossing. Pounds it through as Dahl not close enough to the net, and the ball comes down on their side, and that's the way it ends. Both games, 25-17. Minneapolis victorious in the first match in 2, and we'll be back with the second match later on. I don't know if we'll get in much JV or not.
I think we'll go ahead and do the JV. We'll just keep it here. You'll hear some ads and music. The JV squads aren't here yet, but they should be shortly. And we'll go ahead and bring you the JV contests and then move on to the second match of the varsity here.
Minneapolis victorious in 2. And we'll be back. Start the JV match. Alyssa Smith, Mackenzie Mortimer, Mackenzie Zimmerman, Cassie Smith, Allison Steinbrock, and Ashlyn Macy. JV dropped the first one over there. Dahl, the freshman that played on the varsity, will play here on JV also. Just a freshman, pretty good volleyball player. So we get ready to go here. Macy will set. It looks to me like in this configuration. And
Now McHenry's sitting as the Marlboro.
Yeah, so when, well, who will she play for on the back? She'll probably play for Smith on the back row when she gets back, or Zimmerman probably. So we'll have to wait and see. Sacred Heart to serve first here. First game, second match, junior varsity.
See if the junior varsity Lions can pull a split here.
Steinbrock with a nice pass to the front. Zimmerman with a nice attack. It's on the line. Scored a point, Minneapolis. That's a good start for
Zimmerman, a 5'7" sophomore.
the junior Blues. Cassie Smith to the back row to serve. Probably one of the better servers we've got. She rockets one across. Sacred Heart just bumps it on over now. Minneapolis on the move. Mortimer with a nice attack. It's in. Nice start by Minneapolis. Cassie Smith. Still serving, 2-0 Minneapolis. Oh,
Ooh, a little power on that one.
she got all of that one. Windage and elevation. Cassie.
2-1 Lions.
Sacred Heart serving now. Smith with a nice dig. Zimmerman from the outside. Mishits just a little bit, goes under the net, point Sacred Heart.
2-all.
Hillary Williams serving for Lady Knights. Nice pass by Allison. Mortimer with a big attack from the outside and a little bit of a miss hit there also, and the ball goes out of bounds. Point to Sacred Heart. Smith with a nice pass to the front. Now Zimmerman hits it on over. Nice dig by Steinbach on the back row. And it drops in, point Sacred Heart.
To lead 4-2 now.
And there's a little dinker, and Steinbach hustles in to grab that one. And a block in the middle by Zimmerman goes out of bounds. And point to Sacred Heart, 5-2, Lady Knights. Nice pass by Smith. It hits the infamous cable. Now the set by Smith. And pounds it down from the outside. Mortimer set perfectly from the net as Alyssa Smith. Hope I'm pronouncing that right.
It's 3-5.
Nice set. Side out to Minneapolis. Zimmerman. Serve. It's a tape shot. And so is their return hit across the net, and it rolls over and down on our side, point Sacred Heart. Zimmerman will hit the bench, and McHenry, the libero, comes in. And Steinbach tips it on over. That one's out the back row. As Dahl a little bit too strong. Macy, nice serve, deep, they took it. Now Dahl bumps it on over. Down the middle, Steinbach, down. Point Minneapolis. Ashlyn Macy at the service line. That one's in. Sacred Heart gets it over in 3 barely. A little bit of a mix-up there. Now in the middle, Steinbach. There's another one. It's in. She's dialed in now on the back line.
Back up 6-all.
Ashlyn still serving. Minneapolis got back in this thing. 6-6. There's a nice set.
Wow.
Macy. The back row is wide open, and Ashlyn Macy serves it right back to the back, and there was no one there. Still serving. Sacred Heart now has the libero in. That one goes out of bounds. Jaden just could get a hand on it. 7-all. Smith with a nice pass to the front row. Back set, Mortimer. Sacred Heart is there. Dahl with a nice attack. And they went up to hammer it down. It goes into the net. Point Minneapolis. Nicole Palin with that attack. Now Mortimer still serving. They thought there might be a tip there. I didn't see one. Minneapolis up 9-7. Mortimer. Nice serve. Dinks one in the middle. And the libero cannot get to it. Kinsey with a good serve. Macy to Smith. Goes across court and ties up Palin with that attack, and point Minneapolis. Playing a little better now, aren't we, Dale?
Mm-hmm.
Back set goes on over.
Ball went the wrong way there.
2 in a row, and then Jaden had to go to the back row to try to get that, and it goes out of bounds. Point Sacred Heart.
8-11.
Nice pass by Macy. Now the outside attack by Steinbrock. Ricochets off the ceiling and back down. They weren't quite ready for that. It's point Minneapolis. Zim comes in for Jaden. Pass goes off the side, Palin. Now the attack by Dahl. Zimmerman gets it over and in. Down, point Minneapolis. Steinbrock.
In.
Little miscommunication there. It goes right in between. Coach from Sacred Heart wants a timeout. I'll try and come up with her name here in just a minute, but we'll take a break too. Minneapolis leading 14-8. Billy Jones, the assistant.
Okay.
Coach. Give me some of that K-State music.
Time for advertisements. Oh, so much for that. Didn't get the reset.
That'll work.
Just about that. And we're back.
Oh, that was out. I don't think she touched it. The service went just a little long. Allie, I thought Sacred Heart girl was going to take that back row. No. And the libero comes out. Dahl with the serve. Macy was a little indecisive whether to take that or not. Did take it. It goes out the back row. Point Sacred Heart.
Lions leading 14-10 here.
Set in the middle, Cassie Smith with a nice attack. Sacred Heart is there, and oh, what a dig by Allie Steinbrock. Zimmerman. Macy with a nice dig. Smith, the set. Cassie Smith unloads from the outside. I thought it was going to drop, but Sacred Heart able to recover. Zimmerman with the attack. It's stuffed in the middle. It falls on our side. Point Sacred Heart.
Trailing 14-11.
Mortimer with a nice pass to the front. Smith bumps it on over. That's 4.
One too many. 14-12 Lions.
22 is a Wilkins. We got another Wilkins. Zimmerman. They aren't going to get to that one. We got a number 25 too, but I don't see. That's what I was looking for. There isn't one on the.
Smith to serve.
Oh, it's bumped over. They get to it. Zimmerman. Macy. And
Cassie Smith popped it over the head, didn't she?
we're in the net. Cassie just barely catches the net, and it's side, yes. Is it side out? No, yes, side out to Sacred Heart. 13-15. Knights are trailing here. Donmeyer with a nice serve. Smith was a set. Back row attack by Dahl. Nice pass by Mortimer, and Steinbrock gets it to the front row. Zimmerman pops it up, and Smith sets it on over. Now the attack by Sacred Heart. And it was a nice dig on the back by Mortimer, but it goes out of bounds.
Knights have pulled to within one here, 15-14.
That'd be a good time for a side out right here. Mortimer with a nice pass. Smith sets Zimmerman in the middle. A little bit strong out the back line.
15 all. Nice run here for the Knights. Well, even.
Donmeyer still serving. Smith with the back set. Cassie attack from the outside. It's going to be good. It's a winner. Minneapolis to serve. Now Smith. Service. Good dig on the back row. Should have been left, and just chicken wings it over and out of bounds. Point Minneapolis. We're back on top. Cassie Smith.
Net shot.
A little bit too much of that tape. Drops on our side. Point Sacred Heart. 16-17. Steinbrock with a nice dig on the back row, and Macy jumps and one hands it right on over. Point Minneapolis. Now Zim. Good serve. Looked like a pinball machine.
Boing, boing, boing.
Went to the back row, front row, and then back again, and Sacred Heart sends in the libero. 19-16. Mackenzie Zimmerman, 5'7" sophomore. Sends one to the back row, and the libero takes it. They bump it on over. Now the pass. Smith, all she could do is bump it on over, and it happens to fall over on their side. Point Minneapolis.
20-16.
Nice serve. The libero gets to that. That's a nice dig. Now Steinbrock gets down. Alley from the middle. Angles one to the corner, and it's a winner. Nice kill. 21-16. Up and down. Off the I-beam, and Sacred Heart with another timeout. Coach Billy Jones wants another timeout to talk about it. Minneapolis leading 22-16. Second match here, JV's first game of the second match. We'll be back.
Eagle.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Ada Grain is proud to be a sponsor of Lions Sports and hope that the boys and girls have a successful season. Ada Grain believes that sports and a quality education go hand in hand, building strong bodies and minds.
Eagle Communication.
Zimmerman rocks back and hammers it over. Not a good pass on the back row, and the libero comes right back out. Pass is so important, and there's a troubled spot right there in the middle on the back row. And it's net serve. Jaden McHenry in, and Zimmerman heads to the bench. Outside attack by Steinbrock. Yep. She reached clear over the net and hit it on the other side, and she was well over the net and hit it.
The Knights were?
Yeah. See, the ball was coming down on our side. Steinbrock was getting ready to play it, and she came over the top of the net and spiked it down on our side.
Referees are conferring on the issue.
Well, they'll probably do a jump ball here and put both fingers in the air, but that was the right call.
Game
point.
point.
Give it to us. Out. Oh, it was the right call. Allie was playing the ball, and she came all the way across the net. But it was a good offensive play by the Sacred Heart Knights, and that one's in. Macy comes to the middle to get that one and sets it on over, and Minneapolis wins the first game of this second match, 25-18. We'll be back with Meckel. Comes over to the announcer's mic, and we'll introduce the girls here. It'll be the same lineup for Minneapolis, with Macy the libero, with Frazier, Shoemaker, Crossan, Page, Baker, and Fulton.
Minneapolis High School for the Knights NCAA contest between the Sacred Heart Lady Knights and the Minneapolis Lady Lions. We like to remind all fans to show their sportsmanship and always be positive in your comments towards players, coaches, and officials. At this time, we'd like to have Ariel Hoppy sing our national anthem. Will everyone please stand or rise?
Oh, great. Ariel Hoppy will sing the national anthem for us here. Wonderful.
Miss Ariel Hoppy, who's gotten plenty of time getting warmed up on that song out at the Minneapolis Raceway in the last 2 years. Quite the singer.
Zay, the 5'7" senior, start for Sacred Heart. Baker, the sophomore for Minneapolis. Amanda Laws. Shoemaker, also 5'11". Slater, the other middle for Sacred Heart, and Crossan for Minneapolis. Stein, 5'11". Everybody's 5'11", Dale. Frazier hits from the outside, can't elevate. Has a powerful swing. Page will run the show from the setter's position. And a little different twist. Connor Fulton for Minneapolis. Away from Minneapolis High School last year. And they introduced the libero, Ashlyn Macy. Good to have Connor back this year.
Yes, it is.
Dale and I were discussing the opportunity she presents to the basketball squad also, so it's going to be a double whammy here with her coming back for her senior season here at Minneapolis.
Should be a win-win situation.
Yes. Well, we're just getting ready to start the second match of the evening, varsity girls. And I don't know who will serve first. Lady Knights and Lady Lions.
The Lions now 4-0 on the season. The Knights 0-1. Sure like to see the Knights go down to 0-2.
Well, it'd be a wonderful start for Minneapolis, especially to be able to take out Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart's been so strong in volleyball the last 8-12 years. I know it's been a few years since we've taken two. But anything's possible, and I don't think a split is an option here tonight. I think Coach Mack's probably thinking the same way I am. Looks like we will get the service first. Ashlyn Macy on its way. Minneapolis starts this second match, and there's a big hit through the middle. Page was there for the block, but it falls on our side. Point, Sacred Heart. Slater with a big hit. Shoemaker with a nice pass. Now in the middle, Fulton bumps it on over. It's out the back line. Point, Sacred Heart.
Well, that's the first game of the first match started. Line is down 2-0.
About that way, huh? Connie Booth. Nice dig by Sacred Heart. Shoemaker with the back set. Now the big hit in the middle. It's out the back row. A little bit too strong. Stein with a big swing. Kate Stein. Now Kara Frazier. Wonderful serve. They get to it somehow and bump it on over. Now the set by Page. Attack by Shoemaker. Tip down. They were there to block, but Shoemaker used the left hand and tapped it over to the line on the side, and
that was a gotcha, wasn't it?
It was in, yeah. Frazier. Another great serve, and it is tipped. Goes flying by about eye level, and Taylor Zach took it. Point Minneapolis. Loss. Rears back from the back row. Now they attack Fulton. Out. And the attack by Stein goes in the net. Page to the back row to serve. Dunks it in, and Betty Boos is right there. I think that might have gone out, but Macy had to take it. It was close, and the rotation brings Dahl in for Taylor Zach.
4-piece.
And as you might recall, Dahl quite influential on the JV. Oh, Shoemaker hits the floor to get that one over. Now the outside attack by Loss is out of bounds. Point Minneapolis. Crossing in, play the front row as our libero gets there. Tip by Loss, does not go over. 6-4 Minneapolis. Shoemaker still serving. Nice serve. Betty Boos could not dig that one up. Shoemaker's serve was hot and low. There's another one, way out the back. 7-5 Minneapolis. Robin Zay serving now for Lady Knights. And Fulton pumps it on over. A lift crossing there to block, but it got caught on her shoulder. And a lift is called. Good call there.
6 to serve 7.
Zay at the service line. Out, way out. Service errors are a gift. Now Riley Baker to serve for Minneapolis.
8 to 6 Minneapolis.
Deep serve. Slater takes it in the back row. Now the back row attack, it's out. And out the door. And back. Another nice serve. Baker's right on the money, and Kara Frazier stuffs Slater. Nice hustle by Shoemaker to the back row, and Frazier with a big swing, and the dig on the back row sends it up front, and the setter is nowhere to be found.
A lot of these sophomores don't play like sophomores, do they? No. That year of freshman experience has really moved them along.
Made a difference, hasn't it? Back set. Loss. Shoemaker. Our setter could not get to that one. I think we probably need to go ahead and take that one. It was so low that anyway, Page was going to get to that one. Pass was a little bit errant. 10-7 Minneapolis. Shoemaker right on the money to Fulton. Crossan. Casey Crossan in the middle. Pounds one down, point Minneapolis.
11 to serve 7.
Stein with a little difficulty with the pass. They track it down. Now Page. And Shoemaker attacks from behind the line, 10-foot line. And very successful at it. Now crossing again. Frazier. Page outside. Frazier. Pounds it through the block. Dahl was there. But Kara Frazier muscles one through. Point Minneapolis, and Minneapolis with a 5-point lead here, Dale.
12 serving 7.
Wow. Excellent serve. Connor Fulton with a low liner, and Slater pass goes clear over into the boys cheering section, and Coach Whitman wants a timeout. We'll take one too. Minneapolis leading 13-7.
Well, I apologize. I can't read this thing. I guess.
Farm.
The Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School.
Fulton with another deep serve. Sacred Heart is there, and nice stuff by Page and Crossan over here on the corner. Now Crossan tips it on over. Page is there outside. Frazier puts up a lift. Kara Frazier from the outside. Been pretty effective today.
This game especially.
Just a little bit short. (14-8) Minneapolis. Sacred Heart serving as Dahl goes out and Taylor Zach comes back in. Macy with a nice dig on the back row, and Shoemaker's going to have to play it from back there. Sacred Heart gets there. Got a tip at the net, and it ricochets out of bounds. Point Sacred Heart.
9 to serve 14 here.
Zach. With a nice serve. Macy with a nice pass to the front. Page tips it on over. Stein. Page. Frazier from the outside. Crossan gets stuffed.
Oh, thank you.
And Shoemaker sends it to the back line. They took it. It would have been out, as Dale had mentioned. Crossan. I'll take this one. Headed our way.
You about had to, didn't you?
Baker in for Crossan. And Macy to the service line. Oh, baby. How about a little 5'11" Shoemaker in your face?
Stuff, they're 5'11", isn't she?
Yeah, Shoemaker elevated to plant that one, and net served by Macy. Side out to Sacred Heart. Shoemaker anticipated that one perfectly and hammers it down. Page backhands that over, and Sacred Heart takes it on the back row.
Over the line, Page.
Just barely. Had a foot on the line. That's a marginal call.
11 to serve 16.
Fulton with a nice dig. Now she's going to have to play it from the back row, and does. Got a hand on it, but it is blocked out of bounds, and that will be a point for Sacred Heart. Betty Boos, the setter, serving on the back row. Page with the set, the outside. Shoemaker, they're able to dig that up. Stein, now Page in the middle. Shoemaker tips it over. That was wicked. And Coach Mack wants a timeout. A little bit out of sorts, and we'll take one, two. 16-13, Minneapolis leading.
Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
At Robertson Monument, they believe that supporting community activities are very important. That's why they're sponsors of Lions Sports. Minneapolis is a great town to live in, and Robertson Monument hopes you make it to as many games as possible.
It's fast, it's furious, and it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality.
Here we go, Sacred Heart still serving. Macy with a nice dig. Now the outside attack by Shoemaker. And Sacred Heart playing a little better right now than we were earlier. In the middle, Shoemaker down. When she gets set that close to the net and she can't elevate. It was, yeah, there we go. I was going to say it was 16-13, and Minneapolis up 17-13. Frazier, service line. Betty with a nice dig. And Coach Whitman is chapped, to say the least, as they watch another one drop in the middle. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with you here in just a minute after a word from our sponsor.
Professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
One thing Sacred Heart has had here tonight are some unforced errors, some mental errors, and I'm sure it's a learning curve for Coach Whitman and her young Lady Knights, but Minneapolis has played just pretty decent. Not too many errors except for that one. Kara's just uncharacteristically hits one way deep like that, but Minneapolis up 18-14. That's out. Frazier ducks under that one as it was headed right for her, and side out to Minneapolis. Page with the service. Dunks it in there. It's been pretty effective for her tonight. She has gotten in 5 or 6 of them. They haven't come up to play them yet. That was a little longer. They were there. Sacred Heart on the move. What a recovery by Minneapolis as Baker's there to knock it on over. That's out. And Macy, watch it go long.
21-14.
Boy, there's some quickness out there as Baker comes to get that one. It could have easily dropped, and that one does in the net. Side out to Sacred Heart.
15 to serve 21.
Stein at the service line. Nice dig by Kara Frazier. Now Shoemaker. The set by Sacred Heart. It's in. Loft with a nice attack. Cross-court winner. Taylor Pinkel was the infamous number 25 we couldn't put a name to as she's traded her jersey in, and there's a little bit. Shea was trying to put it down the line, and it goes in the net. 21-17. I don't imagine Coach Mack will let it get too much closer to this, and she'll call a timeout. Kara Frazier with a heck of a...
They got sucked in.
Dig, and we get it over, but Dahl is right there or lost, one or the other, and hammers it back to the corner for the winner. Stein
Time it.
And Coach Mack coming to get them as Minneapolis leading 21-19. And we'll take a quick timeout and a break with our sponsors.
C&R Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. C&R Plating, a Lions sports backer.
Bennington State Bank is proud to sponsor the Minneapolis Lions this season. They're proud to be a part of their great community and strive for excellence in their school curriculum and athletics. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank, with offices in Bennington, Minneapolis.
Here we go. 21-19. Frazier gets to that one. Shoemaker tips it on over. Again,
found that open spot in the corner back there.
Nice hit by Loss.
20 to serve 21.
Nice dig. Now tipped by Shoemaker. It's down. Crossing back in. Go ahead, Dale.
I'm going to say crossing in for Macy.
Nice serve by Shoemaker. Now Sacred Heart on the move. It's out.
Those help.
Yes. Good attack.
20.
Good attack by Sacred Heart, but a little bit strong out the back line. Shoemaker. Now the set. Loss. Tips one. Baker. So quick to the ball. Nice block by Fulton. And there's a limp-wristed hit by Slater, goes in the net. And we're at game point. Excuse me.
24-20.
Shoemaker, it's out.
Too much anticipation there.
Okay, Sacred Heart trying to get back in this thing. Oh, the tape shot. Fulton and Frazier's hit goes out the back. Was good hustle, but we could just not recover to get a good hit on it.
22 serving 24.
Robin Zay serving. A little better pass. We can't get to it.
23 serving 24.
They're going to make it interesting, aren't they? Zay in the net.
That's it.
That'll work.
Rally scoring 25-23, the final score of this game.
Sacred Heart made that a little more interesting than I would like to see it. Minneapolis with the first game of this second match, 25-23.
Knights definitely played much better in that match than they did in the first match. That game must have been in the first match all the way through.
We'll switch sides and be back with the second game of this second match here in just a minute.
One more game. Get the Lions get a victory here.
One more. And Sacred Heart will start us off here with the service. Betty Boos, I think.
I believe so, yes.
B-O-O-S will serve first.
Ooh, wicked.
Frazier.
Right back at her.
By Stein, and Frazier hammers it right through the block.
1-0 Lions.
Kara Frazier. She has got a wicked serve. It's out. Slater with an outside hit and goes out of bounds.
Oh, that was nasty, huh?
That one slipped as Shea went up to block it. It kind of slipped through her hands. and dropped on our side for a point. Sacred Heart. Slater to the service line. Nice pass by Macy. Baker from the outside, and Shoemaker came over to get it, and when it went over, it touched the antenna. It was out of bounds. 2-2. That's close to being out. Shoemaker pounds it down. Big hit from the middle. Shoemaker flat can elevate. Page serving for Minneapolis. Stein. Now lost. Minneapolis tipped by Shoemaker. Baker in the net.
Three all.
So quick to the net, though, she can get there. Sat just a little bit too close to the net, and Riley Baker caught with a hand in the net, and there Stein hits one out of bounds. Thank you very much. Now crossing in for Macy. Shoemaker at the service line. Nice dig by Page. Fulton. And Baker comes to the net to hit that one. It goes out the back row.
Oh, they say the line judge says tip.
And Laura, the line judge, says we've got a tip. And she's got a little better view of it than we do, so I'll go with that. Loss. Now Shoemaker's pass is on the money. Outside attack, Baker. Crossing's right there to keep that one from coming over. And that one slipped through the block. Baker got a hand on it, but it came a little bit too far out of bounds. Frazier could not get to it.
4 to serve 5 here.
Page to Fulton. Crossing with a big hit. Nice pass by Shoemaker. Out of bounds. Baker just a little bit off the line with that hit, and it goes out of bounds. And we're all tied at 5. Zay. There's a big hit. Crossing from the outside, and J.C. Crossing. Hammers one down as Riley Baker goes to the service line. 6-5 Minneapolis. A good serve as Dahl comes to get that one. And the return shot finds Shoemaker sprawled out to get to that one. That was headed to the floor. A nice return shot by Stein. Now loss. At the service line, nice pass. Fulton. That's a nice block by Sacred Heart, but I don't know that it actually went all the way over. It looked like it hit the tape and came back. And Sacred Heart with a 7-6 lead. A 10. 8-6 Sacred Heart. Coach Baker had the call on that one. She was right on the line. Loss. Another one in the same spot.
Oh, great job.
Too good. I didn't know if he was going to call it, and Coach Mack had to get up, and she raised her eyebrows a little bit there to make sure that That definitely did get called, and
7 serving 8, Minneapolis.
Holton. Slater from the outside, and Sacred Heart start trying to get back. Well, they're back in this thing. They've got a 2-point lead. Dahl comes. No, it didn't Dahl. Got a different number 8. Net serve. Baker back in for Crossan.
8 to serve 9, Ashlyn Macy. Ashlyn Macy to the serve.
Taylor Zach is number 8. Stein in the middle, and nice stuff by Shoemaker. Actually, I didn't know if she got a hand on it. It looked like it went into tape, but drops on Sacred Heart's side, point Minneapolis. Macy still serving.
There was a block.
That was a block.
That definitely wasn't in the net.
Stuff kill by Shea Shoemaker, and she got all that one.
10 to serve 9.
Macy right on the money with her serve. It has been all night long. Shoemaker and Page.
Another whammo.
Right in the passing lane. Hammers it down. And Sacred Heart now finding a little tough to get an attack going. Minneapolis blocked the last 2 attempts. They just bump it over. Now Page with the set. Shoemaker in the middle. Right off the hand is lost. And Coach Whitman wants a timeout as Minneapolis starts to get the big blue machine wound up, leading by 3, 12-9. We'll be back after this quick timeout from our sponsors.
Oop. Oh well.
Macy drops one in on the back row. Now Slater 10. Found a good spot there as Coach Whitman shakes her head. Yeah, that's a good spot.
10 to serve 12.
Now Betty Booth serve for Sacred Heart. Errant pass there from our back row. It goes out of bounds. Point Sacred Heart, and they're right back in the thick of things here with a 11-12 deficit. Nice dig by Shoemaker. Baker from the back row. And Dahl is there.
Side judge overrules the line judge. Laura says it's definitely out. Looked out to me.
Got as far out as I care to call him, but
12 all.
Nice dig by Macy. Now Shoemaker. Not going to get to that one. Shoemaker puts a big swing on that, and it's blocked, goes clear out of bounds. Point Minneapolis. Now Kara Frazier.
Knight's in the net.
Slater in the net for Sacred Heart. Point Minneapolis.
14 to serve 12 here.
Well, I saw it shaking. Somebody had to be in it, but I couldn't tell who. Now Macy with a nice pass to Page in the middle. Shoemaker tips. And Stein's able to get it over. Baker with a nice attack. Shoemaker slips.
Called a lift on her.
She took a step back and her foot slipped on her, and they called a lift. That's some tough luck there.
13 to serve 14.
Slater serving for Sacred Heart. Nice pass by Fulton. Baker from the outside, it's in. Cross-court winner, Riley Baker. Dialed in on that one now. Page to the service line. Oh, Baker got there. What a sprawl, I'll call it. Pancaked out and got that thing. Back set. That's good. Nice attack there by Sacred Heart, and it's right down the line as Robin Zay gets set just right. Now Dahlin, 14. She got a twin, number 8.
I don't know.
Now Stein. Passes a little bit off. Macy comes up and overhands it into the net, and we're all tied at 15. Stein with a nice serve. Back set, Shoemaker. It's out. Blocked by Sacred Heart, and it went out of bounds. Point Minneapolis. Shoemaker tried to get a hand on it. It was going out of bounds.
Yeah.
Now at the service line, Shea. That's out the back row. As Slater tried to get a hand on it, could not get into position to bump that thing over, and Coach Whitman is telling her it was probably long. Nice serve. Now Stein from the back row. Shoemaker to Page. Crossan hammers it right through the block. J.C. Crossan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easily have 5 sophomores out there. 3 right now. 4 right now.
16 serving 18.
Goodness.
4 started.
Zay serving now for Sacred Heart. Fulton. And the tip by Crossan. Lost with a big hit, and Frazier with the dig, but it goes in the net. Now Zay at the service line. Page, Shoemaker, Frazier. Now Sacred Heart. That's out. (19-17) Riley Baker to the service line. That attack by Sacred Heart. A little too strong and out the back line.
Come on, ladies, put it away.
Baker with a real nice serve. Now Page with the bump set. Shoemaker hits it into the net. Now Macy in back row. Baker gets a little breather. Shoemaker from way back. Bumps it over. Now Dahl with the circle hit. Back set. Comes around from behind and hammers it down. 19-19, and Coach Mack calls timeout as it's getting close. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
At Robertson Monument, they believe that supporting community activities are very important. That's why they're sponsors of Lions Sports. Minneapolis is a great town to live in, and Robertson Monument hopes you make it to as many games as possible.
It's fast, it's furious.
We return with a 19-19 game in match 2.
Second game of the second match, Sacred Heart still serving and lost at the service line. And it's all tied up. That's out of bounds. Service error. Sarah Killer. Connor Fulton will go to service line. 20-19, Minneapolis up by 1. Well,
those are just as much killer, aren't they?
Those are killers also. Net serve, and Sacred Heart right back with the serve. Dahl, freshman. Tipped by Page as there was no one there. Shoemaker hits the deck on that one, but just cannot get a very good hit on it.
The Knights up 21-20 here late in this second game.
We need a side out right here. Shoemaker sets it on over. We block it, but they pound it right through the block.
Probably jumped a tad too early on the block, would be my guess.
22-20, Sacred Heart. Page with a nice set. Shoemaker from the back row. He's gone away from setting our outsides on the front row, and we desperately need to be able to attack the net. Haven't been able to do that too well here of late, and trailing by 3. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
And it's fun. It's Minneapolis Raceway. Minneapolis Raceway has brought you exciting races to Central Kansas and will continue the tradition. Minneapolis Raceway will give you and your family some of the most exciting races ever seen. Go Lions!
23-20, Dahl serving. There we go. Nice dig by Betty Boost.
Four hits on the Knights, is that what he called?
Yes, definitely.
21 to serve 23 here.
And Coach Mack had to kind of remind the ref, oh, by the way, that was 4. Macy to the service line, who has been very effective there tonight. And that's who I would have there right now, needing 3 or 4 scores. Shoemaker tip, Betty's there. And they get to it now in the middle. Shoemaker. And Minneapolis starting to fly around now. That's out.
Quite intense volleyball here. 22 to serve 23.
Ashlyn Macy. We need one more point, Dale. Now Betty has a chance to win this second game of this
game point for the Knights.
Second match.
Too many hits. The Knights disagree, but that's what I counted. 23 to serve 24.
Well, I wasn't.
And the coach wants to talk it over. Wants the captain to talk it over with them. I'll tell you, it's a lot easier to open it up on the bottom.
Mercy. Ran out of tape, and Dale does the quick change. On the move, Sacred Heart. Not quite sure if that was 4 hits or not. I really didn't track it, and I'm going to have to default on that one. I'm not real certain, but it's a side out to Minneapolis. That's the call. We have to go with it.
23 serving 24.
Tara Frazier. Slater, nice block. Now Page with the set. Tipped by Shoemaker. Now Slater with a nice, and it's tipped. And it's in.
Point to the Knights. They win game 2, 25-23.
Not an extra point to mess with there, and we're going to go to the third and deciding match here. Sacred Heart wins the second game of the second match, 25-23. Minneapolis won the first one, about the same
25-23.
25-23. So we'll be back with the third and deciding game of this second match here in just a minute.
All right. We return.
Not. I don't know how that works. That they get the serve and their choice of the end of the gym they want to play on. So
He who last wins gets the choice, I guess.
Evidently, Betty Boost to lead it off for Sacred Heart. Page with a nice set. Now Shoemaker. It's hammered right through the block of Stein. And Minneapolis with the kill. Shoemaker got a ton of them. Now Frazier. Really nice serve by Kara Frazier. Loss. Unable to handle that laser. There's another one. Jump set.
Referees have to confer here. Do over.
That's a break for Sacred Heart because we definitely had the point. It was going out of bounds. There was no way they were going to score the point.
Well, the ref on the opposing side called 4 hits, which I didn't think was the case.
How in the world could that be?
They had the ball in their end of the court. They touched it. Before it went out of bounds, so how could we get off of us?
Their block, they blocked us and it fell in right over here. There wasn't any way they were going to touch the ball. Yeah, these two referees are a little bit lackadaisical. They're just watching the game.
This referee's consulting with Laura Lomberger about what she saw. Redo, he says. Now Coach Whitman says, well, now, you just called it our way. What do you mean, redo?
Well, there's so much controversy there, they probably ought to redo. But really, if the referees would have had everything together, it would have been our point and our service anyway. So, nice serve. Shoemaker goes up and just hammers it right through.
3-0. Lady Lions.
She wasn't waiting any longer on that one.
Assume we're going to 15 here.
I assume we are too. Kara Frazier. Out.
Too much oomph.
It's a little bit too much elevation on that one. And now Slater an ace.
2 to serve 3 here.
Fulton couldn't really get a hand on that one, and Coach Whitman's asking for the same location. I can see her looking at the defense. Nice set.
Nice block by the Knights to tie it at 3.
Nice block. Baker to the net with a nice attack, and Sacred Heart positioned perfectly with the block. Nice pass by Fulton, now in the middle, Shoemaker.
4-3 Lady Lions.
Down on their side, it was a lift. Now Page. Kelsey Page with a nice serve. She's dunked them in there, and Kara Frazier with a dig. Shoemaker with a tip.
It hit out of bounds before a player touched it.
She had 2 players in front of her. She couldn't see the ball as it landed on the floor, and the referee up in the chair should be making the call anyway.
Yeah, it hit out of bounds before a player touched it.
It's his call, and Coach Baker, there were 2 players in her way. She couldn't see it.
4-all now, 5-4 Lady Lions. Bad serve.
Goodness. Both teams with a net serve, and we're all even at 5. Zay at the service line. She gets it over. Page with the set. Shoemaker with the kill from the back row.
(6-5) Lady Lions.
Red-headed lady in the stands making a nice play on the ball. Minneapolis up by 1. Baker with a nice serve. Hits the beam, comes straight down, and Sacred Heart able to recover now. Crossan in the middle, it's down. J.C. Crossan. She will take over that middle position next year, that's for sure, as she plays right there this year when Shoemaker's on the back row. Does a nice job. Get down. Jump set. We get a hand on it. Fulton and Shoemaker just tips it on over as she's playing back row. Page, back set. Fulton. That was a lift because it went up her arm and shoulder. It's not called.
8-5 Lady Lions. Just need to keep the score rolling here.
Keep her rolling, Dale. Baker for Minneapolis. Oh, that's a good location. Stein's having a little trouble on the back row there.
About got the quarterback there.
9-5 Minneapolis. It's coming over.
Nice kill there.
Crossan right there on the overpass.
10-5
And
Lady
she
Lions.
pounds it down off Sacred Heart. It's
Time it.
ricocheted out of bounds. Point Minneapolis. Riley Baker at the service line. Minneapolis with the lead here. Third and deciding game of the second match here. Minneapolis would surely like a sweep.
We doubled the score. We need 5 more points for the win.
And Baker's service handcuffs the back row of Sacred Heart. Now Frazier with a nice attack. Loss. Oh, what a dig by Shoemaker. It's down as Shoemaker hits from behind the 10-foot line. Elevate and finish. 11-5 Minneapolis. She had a nice swing on that one. Baker Nice serve deep as Stein takes it. It's in the net as Slater off balance hits it into the net. (12-5) Minneapolis. Riley Baker right there at the service line. She's going to finish this thing off, isn't she, Dale?
Hope so.
Oh, it's a dying quail. They're able to get to it, but Dahl ends the string of serves by Riley Baker.
6 to serve 12 here.
Now lost. Serving for Sacred Heart. Macy with a nice pass. Fulton to Crossan. They get a hand on it. It's tipped. And Dahl is a very good middle for Sacred Heart. Now playing on varsity. She played front row all the way around on the JV.
7 to serve 12.
Fulton comes all the way to the scores desk for the save as the pass comes way over. Coach Mack giving a little direction on placement.
8 to serve 12.
Loss. Shoemaker's pass is on the money now. Frazier. Bank shot. Off the glass, no good.
No, ladies, when it goes over the inline, hits the basket, it's no good.
Minneapolis
13-8.
Fulton goes to the service line. Connor Fulton. Betty Boos with a nice
lift called on the Lions on the block attempt.
Nice stuff over there, but Minneapolis called it with the lift. 9-13.
Serving 13, yep.
Dahl.
Oh. Miscalculation there. 10 to serve 13.
Sacred Heart trying to get back in this thing. We go to 15 this game. Shoemaker gets there. That's out. Way out.
14-10, match point.
And Macy at the service line. Been very effective there all night long. That one's in. Betty Boos with the set. Slater back to Macy. Page. Frazier. Tape shot. Sacred Heart recovers. And it's down. Point Sacred Heart. Slater with a nice attack from the outside.
11 to serve 14.
Now Betty hits him short. Might as well move up just a little bit. It's a 2-point lead now, Minneapolis. Outside attack. Shoemaker goes off the beam and down to the floor.
Well, apparently we're playing beyond 15.
JV's 15 and varsity must be 25. And we carry on. My bologna sandwich is going to have to wait, Dale.
Out.
Minneapolis with some patience there as Frazier. The girls on the back row, watch that one go long. Fulton with a nice pass. Page to set. Shoemaker. Boom. Down.
16 to 12.
Nice dig by Loss, but it was
17-12,
going the
excuse
wrong
me.
direction. There's no way anyone could get to that.
Timeout.
Coach Whitman wants to.
The Lions have a 5-point advantage, 17-12 with the serve. This third game of match 2.
Taking 3 here in the second match. Minneapolis disposed of Sacred Heart in 2 in the first match, 25-17. Frazier hits a rocket to the back row. Betty Boos is there. Nice dig by Fulton. Now Shoemaker bumps it on over. What a block by Shoemaker. There's another one by Baker. Oh, we're way over the net. Steinbach's clear into the net.
Thank goodness. Because that ball was in. 18-12. Lions.
Frazier. Oh, tape shot and nice recovery on the back row by Loss. And the block by our front line. The ball drops right in front of Riley Baker. She should not get there. She was backing up the time.
13-18.
That's net.
19-13. Steinbach's going to come in for Frazier, it looks like.
Frazier is hurting. I don't know what happened. Shoulder.
Ankle.
Ankle.
Baker, nice block.
Page to Shoemaker, the tip.
Woo.
Connor, Fulton, and Shoemaker combined for a nice block, and then nice recovery on the back row, and our attack goes in the net. Side out and point 2, Sacred Heart.
14 to serve 19.
Allie Steinbach in for Kara Frazier, who heads to the bench with a rolled ankle, looks like. And with the ankle braces on her, it looks like she's been there and done that before. Net. Slater
14.
just has not been able to get it over here of late. Now look at the height we got out there on the floor right now, Dale. Mercy.
Shoemaker to serve.
2014. Out. Lost with a big swing, and it goes out the back line.
21-14.
Nice dig, and
in the net for the Knights. 22-14.
Zay tried to guide that one over. It went in the net. Shoemaker, that's way out the back.
$15 serving 22.
Coming over, the overpass to Killer.
16 to serve 22.
Nice dig. Now in the middle, Crossan tips it on over. Boos with the back set. Nice dig by Shoemaker. Fulton bumps it on over. Let's see if Sacred Heart can. I was going to say she's leaning on the net, and then she takes 2 steps past.
23-16.
Baker at the service line. Riley Baker for Minneapolis. And the front row takes that one, and it goes out the back.
Now it's match point. 24-16.
Riley makes sure that one's in. Now Loss with his back goes in the net, and that's where it's going to end. Minneapolis victorious, and a smile on Coach Mack's face to sweep.
Probably the first sweep of the
Sacred Heart
Knights in quite a while.
A lot of years, yeah. I know there for a while we were splitting quite often, but Kara's up and walking on that ankle, but it's still hurting. And Minneapolis wins in 3 the second match.
25-23, 23-25, 25-16. The first match is 25-17, 25-17.
That's the way it ends up here today, and I look forward to the football game on Friday night with Valley Heights. It's kind of look forward to that ever since we got down off the crow's nest in Ellsworth. You know,
Too. I'm
on the board.
looking forward, hopefully, to victory number 2 of the season.
Well, that's all we have from Minneapolis. We hope you enjoy this volleyball match. It's been an exciting one, and to see Minneapolis victorious against the Sacred Heart Knights is even better. So we're going to sign off from here. We'll let Dale finish up. And
Dale Leach, and
hopefully we'll see you again here in the future. Thank you for listening. This is Mike Perry.
Thanks for having us in your home. Good night, folks.